organizations in Agusan del Norte and Butuan City as well. We also have our higher educational institutions. Thank you very much for joining us in today's caravan.
Representing my beautiful governor, Governor Angelica Rostel Amante. Of course, the prettiest mayor of the Philippines, my good friend. Hello, marami na yung nakaabay ng salamat. Support for the strategies and goals set forth in the plan. Maunang nagtapok tatari kay ato ning klarohon o line agencies, kami nga mga naa sa LGU, uban atong civil society and academe, so that we will amplify how are we going to implement the plan. But what develop culturally responsive and globally competitive Caraga region by 2028. The goal is to reinvigorate job creation and accelerate poverty reduction by steering the economy back on the high growth path and begin the economic transformation towards a prosperous, inclusive, and resilient society. Our focus is on our people. Mao nang atong focus on developing first our people. Mao nang kinahanglan nga naa tatanan, including the academy. In smart planning, I went to Korea, I went to Japan. Ang ilang smart cities, appeal yun ang mga universities in planning. And even in smart cities development, naasa to nga ang mga eskwelahan. That's how is planning done all over the world. Nga appeal yun ang preparation sa mga batanon to be able for them to be ready to continue what we have started. Kaya kita ng mga tikuang, nawala naman tayo. So we need continuity. That's why we need the academy to help us as well as the civil society organization. So, since our focus on our people, the next is on key production sectors and our environment. We aim to develop and protect capabilities of individuals and families, transform production sectors to generate more quality jobs, and produce competitive products, and foster an enabling environment encompassing institutions, physical and natural environment. To achieve all this, we have adopted the strategy to industrialize and innovate fishery, agroforestry, mining, and ecotourism, or the acronym I2FAME. So, mauna ang atong plano, I2FAME, meaning ato ang i-industrialize, meaning we will capitalize to make bigger industries, no? Atong pakusgan ang ato ang fame by industrialization, and we will innovate. So manang we should innovate, or meaning do a better thing on how to do that, on fame, on our fisheries, on our agroforestry, mining, and ecotourism. We shall continue to leverage on our competitive advantages to enable the region to transform from an agricultural or resource extraction-based, kay mina man ang atong gisaligan, economy, to one where manufacturing is the primary industry. So that's our goal, that we have to transform what we have into manufacturing to become the prime industry. Through this, Caraga shall unlock opportunities on value adding and value chain generation by harnessing the transformational potentials of industrialization and innovation. Allow me also to highlight one of our communication strategies to better advocate for the RDP. Morning ato ang communication strategy nga iuna for mga buhaton. The adoption of the regional years of priorities from 2023 to 2028. For each year of the currently planned period, we will be focusing on particular issue relevant to RDP goals. For 2024, karong tuiga, our priority is the promotion of human and social development. Again, our focus for this year based on our plan is prioritizing promotion of human and social development. We recognize that the human capital development is critical driver of sustainable economic growth. Hence, our development partners in the social sector have calendared several activities this year to better advocate for the RDP strategies on human and social development. We have calendared many activities for this year. All this said, the attainment of our desired RDP outcomes requires a whole of government and whole of society approach. I was telling this during the Regional Peace and Order Council. We are analyzing what's the reason why Caraga region remains one of the poorest region. Ang usa ka nakit-an, of course, is insurgency. We cannot develop because only one province has declared insurgency free. Ang amo ran probinsya. Kinsa man ko'y magrebildi dito sa amo, nga isla raman, dali raman kamatakpan. So naturally, we are insurgency free. Pero dili ganay niyo na naka-develop na insurgency free me. How much more atong dagang sambukan, no? So that's why we are telling, I was always advocating that the road to peace is the road itself. So kung katong samok na lugar, mo ito i-concentrate na ito, kung magputang takdalan, kay ang dalan sa kahapsay ang dalan mismo. Kay kung way dalan, ang serbisyo sa gobyerno, dili kaabot. Mo nang atong iskut-iskutan kung unsay problema. Most of na naman tayo si BNS, giyatagan na ta sa PSA kung kinsay pobre nga mga lungsod, asak barangaya ang pobre. In fact, in my province, we identified mismo kung kinsa gyoy pobre based on our CBNS. Mo nang whole of nation approach, meaning kay nganong daghang problema dito kay wa katapot ang atong gobyerno dito sa ilaha. That's why we'll make the roads, we'll bring DA, we'll bring TESDA, we'll bring BIPAR o naa sila'y dagat, RD, o wa, mabuhat sapa, para na sila isda. So, we will bring the UST, RD Ahok, kung unsay pwede. Then we will bring tourism, RD Ibon. And NEDA will help us with the data. And all the rest, we are able to solve the problem of poverty in Caraga region. That's all of nation approach. Of course, the academy would help us. What would be the good thing to develop in the preparation of our succeeding generation? Mga courses should be offered. For example, in Oreos, dagan sila o maayo communication arts, IT. Kanya natong industry dito ay Ma'am Corbera, wa tay BPO. Di ba? Nakadako man ang atong mga yuta, nga nuwa man tay ang atong mga estudyante or atong mga graduates are working in Cebu, Davao, and Manila. Why can't we not do that? So we need to collaborate and we need to work it out all together to be able to solve the problems in Caraga region. The plan is ours. Ato ang kining plano mo nang magtinabangay kita. Each of us has a contribution to make for the plan to come into fruition. Kaya kung magtakita-kita, wag tayo mahimo, no? Why can we not connect ang Butuan kung gikan sa Davao or gikan sa Manila or gikan man, pwede man, I was telling RD Ibon, na pwede man siguro o gikan sa Cebu, Muakto o Siargao. Ang Siargao mulupat sa Butuan, pabalik sa Cebu. Ang gikan sa Cagayan, mulupat sa Butuan, padung sa Siargao. And that's why part of the plan that we have to have additional 6 airports para paspas. So manang we have already the FS money in the national budget for the airport. Unya at the same time all those priority big ticket projects kay magsigit damgo and we are not going to help and we are not going to collaborate, then nothing will happen. Muna atong giingon na it's very important that this plan should be implemented and should be talked upon by all of us. This is evident in our Caraga RDP 2023 result matrices where 72 indicators require the involvement of the local government units, LGUs. So mga ng 72 ka-indicators kinahanglan ang participation sa local government units. I challenge our local chief executives to take ownership of those indicators and align your local strategies to achieve our regional targets. The Caraga Regional Development Council welcomes our key stakeholders from local government units, regional line agencies, private sector, civil society organization, academia. Again, this is our plan, and we all have a role to play in the realization of our goals. Your presence today is a testament of your commitment. Ang tumuwa diri siguro po, kasi ang ilang espiritu, mga testament sa ilang commitment na tinuda na yun no? Mo ng your presence today, I am very thankful. The RDC is very thankful for your presence today. No, nga ato ang pagbati, no? Na gusto nato muuswag ang atong panginabuhi diri sa Caraga. Mo na nato ang inyong pag-anhi, daghang kayong salamat. And we hope that your support remains throughout the plan period na ginaon kami ng inyong suporta magpadayon, no, as we implement the plan. We have a long way to go, but I am optimistic that through our collective and collaborative efforts, will be able to spark economic transformation in the region, leading us towards the realization of our vision of a matatag, maginhawa, at panatag na buhay para sa lahat. Together, let us continue to work to build a better future for Caraga. Kitang tanan, bagtinabangay. Caraganon are the brave and the fearless people. It's time for us to work together to make a better life for our people. Build a better future for Caraga. Daghang salamat o maayong adlaw karon.
Thank you, Governor Demery. The RDP is is truly a plan for and by Caragans, and each one of us has a role to play in building a better future for Caraga. While Governor Demery has already given us a brief overview of the RDP, I am sure that many of us, especially among the local chief executives, fellow public servants at the municipal and city levels, industry representatives, and students may still be wondering about the RDP, its context, and specific goals.
The presentation of the RDC Vice Chairperson and NEDA Regional Director Priscilla R. Solido shall be delivered by NEDA Assistant Regional Director Jemima A. Ula. She will talk about the thrust and priorities in the RDP as well as the roles of the provincial and city local government units in attaining our goals. Together, let us give her a round of applause, please.
Thank you, Nat and Patricia. Good morning, everyone. Okay, my respect to the Caraga RDC Chairperson and the Province of Binanan Islands Governor Nilo P. Demery Jr., sir. The Province of Agusan del Norte Governor Maria Angelica Rosted M. Amante, ably represented by Vice Governor Enrico B. Corbera, sir. We also will have with us the Cabanbaran City Mayor and Social Development Committee Chairperson, Mayor Julie Chin Amante. Good morning, ma'am. Also, representing the Mayor of Bulwan City, Ronnie Vicente C. Lagnada, Vice Mayor Lawrence Lebuel Fortun will be joining us later. But for now, we have City Councilors Cherry May Busa, City Councilor Eduardo Gonzalez, and City Councilor Victor Plaza. Thank you for coming, sirs and ma'am. Already acknowledged by Attorney Meek was the local chief executives, our municipal mayors of Agusan del Norte and vice municipal mayors, to the regional directors, heads of state universities and colleges, the academe, our valued private sector and business partners, and to all our development stakeholders, a pleasant morning to everyone. In 2022, we engaged in extensive consultations through a whole of government and whole of society approach with our local partners to craft the region's development blueprint. These consultations focused on addressing regional and local issues, understanding needs, and formulating strategies not only to effect regional development, but also to expand local level development. Today marks the start of a year-long roadshow dedicated to advocating the Caraga Regional Development Plan 2023 to 2028, with this caravan as its first leg. My role here extends beyond presenting an overview of the plan and its context. I am here to underscore the pivotal roles of our local partners, particularly the province of Agusan del Norte and the city of Butuan, in championing sustainable and inclusive development for Caraga region. Our economic landscape is on the right path towards full recovery and has regained its growth momentum. In 2022, Caraga region's economy expanded by 5.9%, recording a gross regional domestic product or GRDP of 323.9 billion pesos. During the pre-pandemic years, our economic growth trend experienced a strong positive outlook, recording better socio-economic outcomes. As we all know, our regional economy experienced a contraction of negative 6.9% in 2020 due to the unprecedented effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite these challenges, our economy gradually recovered in 2021, and this upward trajectory persisted in 2022 with a growth of 5.9%, albeit at a somewhat slower pace. Over the years, Caraga region remains to be a service-driven economy. However, if we examine the subsector data, it shows that the leading contributors to the region's economic output in 2022 were manufacturing at 15%, financial and insurance activities at 13.3%, agriculture at 11.6%, and wholesale and retail trade at 11.1%. The remaining sectors or subsectors accounted for shares lower than 10% of the region's economic activity. Our GRDP in 2022 not only recovered, but even surpassed the pre-pandemic levels in 2019. This indicates that the region has strongly bounced back, with majority of its industries regaining their previous status or achieving even higher output levels than in 2019. Looking at the major sectors, the industry sector and services sectors have also exceeded their respective pre-pandemic gross value added by 0.3% and 12.1% respectively. However, the agriculture sector, which should be the backbone of our economy, is still in the process of regaining its 2019 status, needing 1.6 billion pesos to recover lost grounds. Let me inform everyone, especially our local chief executives who are present here, that Caraga region is part of the second batch of pilot regions involved in the compilation of provincial product accounts, or what we call the PPA. These accounts determine the economic structure and state of provinces and highly urbanized cities, in our case, Butuan City. Released recently, which was last year, the provincial product accounts revealed that Agusan del Norte's economy in 2022 amounted to 38.7 billion pesos, while Butuan City's economy reached 57.4 billion pesos. As the regional center, Butuan City recorded the fastest economic growth at 9.5% from 2021 to 2022. Let me emphasize that these provincial product accounts is a breakthrough on economic accounts amid rising demand for local level statistics, which the LGUs, especially the local chief executives, can use for evidence-based planning, policy making, and in identifying the strategic development interventions needed to grow your local economy. Looking at the contribution of the provinces and Butuan City to the Caraga region's economy, it revealed that Surigao del Norte is the biggest contributor among all provinces at 24.2%. This may be attributed to the services sector, particularly tourism, as well as major industry players, including the mining sector. As the regional center, Butuan City only tailed as the fourth biggest contributor, emphasizing the need to level up the local economy by improving the productivity of the city's industry players. Agusan del Norte accounts for the second lowest share of the region's economy next to the Nagat Islands. Now that these local economic accounts are available, it is imperative to properly analyze these numbers in order to develop more informed and responsive economic policies and actions. These can be done through the updating of your local development plans, such as the Provincial Development and Physical Framework Plan, the Comprehensive Development Plan, and other related plans. These plans should contain the province's target for provincial product accounts that will help achieve the region's GRDP target growth between 7 to 8.5% by 2028. Game-changing programs and projects are also needed to improve your respective local economies. From 2009 to 2018, the Caraga region poverty rates is on a downward trend, with the most significant reduction occurring between 2015 to 2018. However, the COVID-19 heavily impacted the region, which led to a substantial increase in our poverty for 2021. We recorded the second highest poverty incidence among population across the country, next to the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region for Muslim Mindanao, or the BAR. But signs of progress and recovery are just around the corner. Just last December 2023, the Philippine Statistics Authority, or PSA, released the results of the first semester 2023 poverty statistics. So this is only for the first semester. We do not have the data yet for the full year. It showed that both poverty incidence among families and population for Caraga region decreased by 5.1 percentage points over the full year 2020 poverty figures. If we compare these with the first quarter 2021 data, poverty incidence in the region has significantly decreased by 10.2 percentage points. Let us give ourselves a round of applause. With this positive outlook, we anticipate that the full year 2023 RDP poverty target will be achieved or even beat the annual poverty target. For the local poverty data, it is evident that the poverty rates in Agusan del Norte is higher than the regional average. Specifically, the poverty incidence among population in Agusan del Norte is reported at 31.2% for the first semester of 2023. This means that 31 out of 100 persons in the province are experiencing poverty. In terms of magnitude, this equates to 121,360 individuals who are in impoverished circumstances. Butuan City's poverty situation, on the other hand, differs significantly. The city's poverty rates are more favorable than the regional average. The poverty incidence among population in Butuan is reported at 22.7% for the first semester of 2023. This indicates that a total of 84,850 residents of Butuan are grappling with poverty. Taking into account the current economic status of the region that I have presented, let us now revisit how far we are in attaining our long-term vision. For the 2023 to 2028 period, we are now in the second base camp of our journey to Ambisyon Natin 2040. We call these the base camps using the terminologies of mountaineers hurdling and climbing many base camps to reach the summit of a mountain. As in this case, the Ambisyon Natin 2040 or the matatag, maginhawa at panatag na buhay para sa lahat. Approved on 16 December 2022, the Philippine Development Plan, or the PDP, is a plan for deep economic and social transformation. This is also the second medium-term plan to be anchored on the National Long-Term Vision, or the Ambition Natin 2040. The overall goal, as mentioned by our chairperson, is to reinvigorate job creation and accelerate poverty reduction by steering the economy back on a high growth path, and more importantly, begin the economic transformation for a prosperous, inclusive, and resilient society. The Caraga Regional Development Plan 2023 to 2028 was approved on March 15, 2023 by the Caraga Regional Development Council with 18 chapters, including one unique chapter for Caraga region. The unique section is in Chapter 17 of our Regional Development Plan, and this is entitled Industrialize and Innovate Fishery, Agroforestry, Mining, and Ecotourism, or what we call the I2 phase, which serves as the region's overarching strategy in the next 6 years. Through this enhanced strategy, the region shall capitalize on its natural resource endowments and competitive advantages. It shall capitalize on the mutual benefits of industrialization and innovation through the I2 phase to create jobs, accelerate poverty reduction, and transition our region from an agricultural or resource extraction-based economy to one where manufacturing is the primary industry. The region shall continue to adopt a polycentric model of development, which builds on the strong interaction between neighboring cities within the region and even interregional cities. The said development framework shall support our I2 phase strategy, maximizing on the functional roles of our 5 provinces and 6 cities. For the spatial role of Agusan del Norte and Butuan City, it is articulated that Agusan del Norte will be the agri-processing and industrial estate zone, while Butuan City is the regional center, the major trading, processing, and commercial and service center for the region. It is also the show window of history and culture. Seeking the support and commitment towards the goals and strategies outlined in our regional plan from all the participants today is the main reason why we have this caravan. As individuals, let us reflect on how we can actively contribute to the industrialization and innovation of our famed sectors. The I in the I2 fame carries a symbolic significance, representing each Caraganon as a stakeholder in plan implementation and at the same time a beneficiary of the region's envisioned outcomes, because we wanted inclusive development. That is why in the Caraga RDC, we are actively engaging the local government units, the regional line agencies, the state universities and colleges, the entire academe, the private sector organizations, and the civil society in championing and operationalizing the I2 phase strategy in their respective spheres of influence. The government cannot do it alone. We need every actor to participate and engage in the I2 phase strategy. We are also calling for all the innovators and experts of industrialization, especially our exhibitors today, to showcase and promote existing programs and projects aimed at improving the region's productivity. It is essential to recognize that each one of us present here today plays a crucial role in the implementation of our plan. We have the opportunity to become the faces and champions of I2 fame who will say, I will contribute to the realization of the region's vision. I will participate to the industrialization and innovation of Caraga. I will do my part as a Caragano. Moving ahead, we picture out for a Caraga region to achieve these headline indicators. For 2023 to 2028, Caraga region looks into sustaining around 5.1 to 8.5% GRDP growth to achieve our target by the end of plan period of 7.0% to 8.5%. The region aims to reduce unemployment by 3.5 to 4.5%, and it seeks to reduce poverty to 15.0 to 18.0% by 2028. So there is still a lot of things to be done. For the provincial headline indicators and targets, Agusan del Norte aims to reduce its poverty incidence among population by 19% by 2028, while Butuan City targets a reduction of 17%. So these are the commitments of our local government units. We can already see in this picture that there are some who are already close to achieving its target, while others still need to sustain or catch up to realize their poverty target by 2028. With the availability of the provincial product accounts, we strongly encourage the province of Agusan del Norte, the municipalities, and Butuan City to recalibrate their headline indicators to include the provincial and city gross domestic product growth rate targets. When we only have presented one headline indicator for these local areas, there are many development indicators and targets identified in our results matrices that will support the overall development of these localities. The economic outlook for Caraga region, including Agusan del Norte and Butuan City, is promising, with the potential to achieve high growth in the next years. To the province of Agusan del Norte and Butuan City, we urge the localization of the indicators in the results matrices as well as in our sustainable development goals in your respective development plans. We call for your unwavering support for the implementation of our programs and projects. Let us also strongly advocate the Caraga RDP in all your local activities, endeavors, and monitor the Caraga RDP implementation in your respective localities. In closing, I would like to share the wisdom of Richard Kovacevic, who said, "A vision and strategy aren't enough. The long-term key to success is execution." Now that we have our regional development plan, our blueprint for development, our challenge now is to effectively implement the priority strategies to achieve our desired outcomes. The vital way to do this through your sustained commitment and passion for establishing a better country, a better region, a better province and city, or a better community for our society. Together, let us remain inspired, motivated towards the realization of Ambition Natin 2040 or ang matatag, maginhawa at panatag na buhay para sa lahat. Daghang salamat o maayong buntag, madyaw nga hinahat kaninyong tanan.
Thank you, Air Limay. Again, we all have a role to play in making, in realizing the goals for our region. Now we will be hearing from our local government units as they express their support to the RDP, starting with the Cabandaran City Mayor, Honorable Judy Jean Amante. A round of applause, please.
May buntag sa among tanan, ang ako sa pagdahod sa itong mga kaubanan, Governor Nino P. Debe Jr., Governor, Province of Inangat Islands, Vice Governor Rico Corbera, Province of Agusan del Norte, Mayor Cesar Cuba of Magallanes, Mayor Richard Aquipil of RTR, Mayor Nap Montero of Habonga, Vice Mayor Joe Vicalo of Carmen, Vice Mayor Euterio D. Enriquez of RTR, Regional Director Ricardo Ollante Jr., Sir, of DA, PIA Venus Garcia, DOST RD Noel Aho, Sir, BFAR RD Omnea Olama, ARD DDI Brenda E. Corbera, Ma'am, B. Corbera, NEDA Jemima E. Olam, Ma'am, PIA, ano ba na? Ang atong mga councilors from different municipalities and councilors from Butuan City. Niya po, may pabon-pabon ang akong mga department heads and attendants. Ma'am Marcel Surya, Attorney Erwin Mura, si Ma'am Eva Milan, asa man si Andoy. Representative from different national line agencies, RDC members and attendants, sa atong tanan, usbon ako maayong buntag. A certain CEO by the name of Joe Echevarria once said, and I quote, "The best way to predict the future is to create it together." In the almost 3 decades that Caraga region has been in existence since its foundation in February 23, 1995, during the time of the late former President Fidel V. Ramos. There is still so much untapped potentials and opportunities that we need to explore and discover and develop even further our current development gains to maximize the sustainable development outcomes that we all aspire to achieve as a people and as a region. And it is in occasions like this where the front runners in the pursuit of our vision for the future are gathered, that we strongly strive with united spirits in order to map out the course of our regional development, where everyone will have a share of enjoying the fruits of our labor, born out of our harmonious collaboration, not only during the planning stage, but even more in the implementation of our crafted plans for a more progressive Caraga region. Sa atong padayong pakibisog aron kunhuran ang kapobrehon sa atong rehiyon, pinaagi sa pagmugna o mga epektibong palisiya, programa, proyekto o mga plano para sa maayong kaugmaon. Ang atong makanunayong panaghiusa, mao ang atong mamahimong hinaliban, aron na kita magmalampuson sa atong tinguha para sa tanang Caraganon o sa rehiyon sa Caraga sa kinatibukan. Ang mga hagit nga atong pag-aatubangon sa umaabot usa ka realidad nga dili nato kapugngan. Apan kung sa atong mga gibuhat nga paningkamot sa pagkakaroon, alang sa malahutayon o tiununay nga kalambuan sa Caraga, atong mapangandaman ang pagbuntog sa mga hagit aron makabot ang atong gilaong nga kalambuan o kini posible kung atong kanunay nga ipatigbabaw ang panaghiusa o pagtinabangay isip mga Caragano. As City Mayor of Cabanbaran, the provincial capital of Agusan del Norte, and as chairperson of the RDC Social Development Committee, I continue to fully commit my support towards the genuine realization of the Regional Development Plan for 2023-2028 with a prayer that we will continue to have in our hearts as leaders the passion to be the instruments towards achieving socio-economic transformation for a prosperous, inclusive, and resilient Caraga region. Daghan kay salamat, ipay buntag ka natin kami.
Thank you, Mayor Amanda. With the commitment of our local partner to the RDP, we are hopeful and optimistic that our plans and goals will be realized. At this part, we will hear from some of the agencies leading the I2 fame as they share strategies and programs for our LGUs and industry players. First off, let us welcome the BPI Caraga Assistant Regional Director, Air Brenda B. Corvera, for her call to action.
Good morning, everyone. My respects to Honorable Milo P. Denry Jr., the Chair of the Caraga Regional Development Council and Governor of the Province of Dinagat Islands. Honorable Maria Angelica Rosa Lamante, represented by Vice Governor Enrico Corvera. The Honorable Ronnie Vicente Lagnaga, represented by, I'm not sure if the Vice Mayor is here, but we have Councilors Chairman Busa, Chairman Busa is our Councilor Chairman Busa is our Caraga ICT Council, and I think DDI, the ICT, will be taking up your challenge under her leadership for the BPO industry. Of course, Honorable Julie Chin Amante, the Mayor of Cabanbaran City, ARD Jemima of the representing the RDC Vice Chair, the local chief executives and other LGU functionaries of Butuan and Agusan del Norte, heads and officers of the regional line agencies, private sector partners, our business sector representatives, civil society organization representatives, our academe represented by the students and some officials, members of the media, and to all of you present here today, again, good morning. In behalf of BDI Caraga Regional Director Gay Hidalgo, I'd like to present our agency's call to action to help realize the goals and outcomes of the 2023 to 2028 Caraga Regional Development Plan. The plan, which we all helped craft, approved by the RDC, and is now the centerpiece of this Caravan, embodies our collective commitment to progress, our commitment to see and cause further development for the region so that our people can welcome a future that is prosperous and sustainable. But as in any other very significant and important undertaking, it cannot be done by one or just a few of us. We need everyone to be on board. Our collective goal is clear. We want to transition from a reliance on resource-based production to becoming a powerhouse of industry which is fueled by innovation. This does not mean, however, that we will no longer push for maximizing productivity levels in our agriculture, fishery, and forestry areas. I'd like to share that 5 years ago, BPI Agusan del Norte attempted to quantify economic potentials of Butuan City, the province, the city of Cabadbaran, and the different municipalities of Agusan del Norte. I hope Mayor Judy and the rest of the mayors then remember this. No? But we only accounted for land resources, forestry and agriculture to be exact, based on the local government unit's respective land resource profile to see how big of an economy we will have if at full productivity. We also look at the revenues reported by mayor permittees as proxy indicators for an estimate of each locality's economic size. Now, of course, as presented by Mayor Olam, we have our provincial product accounts from the Philippine Statistics Authority, giving us the city and provincial gross domestic product, information on the size of our economy and the structure, pointing out what sectors are contributing or are responsible for the overall productivity. Of the reported 38.7 billion 2022 gross domestic product of Agusan del Norte, only 6.6 billion is contributed by the AFF sector. Compared to our estimated potential of around 15.2 billion, that is, if we were to make all production forests and agri-lands in the province productive using conservative estimates on the value of production per hectare, that is about 8.6 billion that we can still work on. In the case of Butuan City, agri-fishery forestry production is at 1.55 billion, or a mere 2.7% of its reported 57.37 total 2022 GDP. Again, versus our estimation using the same method, 6.18 billion, that is about 4.63 billion still waiting to happen. So why I'm bringing this up and why is this important? It is because, I think it's common knowledge, we need raw materials to make processing, manufacturing, and industrial plants feasible in the region. Of course, there is a case to be made for areas with no resources but are hosting a lot of industries. But that would be for another discussion. And so we amend the earlier statement to having processing and manufacturing plants under the present circumstances feasible but challenging. This is one of the reasons why our industry cluster enhancement initiatives to make thriving industries from mostly our agri-based resources, including our program, which is funded by the International Fund for Agriculture Development, the Rural Agri-Enterprise Partnership for Inclusive Development and Growth, or RAPID, include backward integration to expand production and rehabilitate plantation areas for its focus commodities. We therefore welcome and are happy to work with Butuan City's Agri-Boost program and Agusan del Norte's Agusan Up, as these two initiatives will help address the concern we cited earlier. On the area of industrialization and innovation, we all know that the corporate recovery and tax incentives for enterprises, or the CREATE law, and the Strategic Investment Priority Plan, or the SIPP, have both been passed or approved, and these two initiatives will help have been dubbed as tools for innovation, digitalization, and industrialization. The SIPP is very intentional in promoting priority industries and specific activities which include those we are trying to work on with our I2 strategy. And this includes modern agri and food processing, design-focused manufacturing, green ecosystems, R&D or research and development activities adopting advanced digital production technologies, highly technical manufacturing, and establishment of innovation support facilities, among others. The CREATE law, on the other hand, has made uniform all incentives that can be given by investment promotion agencies, depending on the location and market orientations. So gone are the days when we need to have a special economic zone per claim to get investors because of PESA's relatively better investment package. Now, PESA, the BOI or the Board of Investments, and other IPAs refer to the same incentive matrix. And in Caraga, as in other areas outside of NCR and other metropolitan areas, we are given a leg up with the potential investors getting higher incentives, which include income tax holidays of up to 6 to 7 years and 5 years of enhanced deductions. So how then can we maximize this development, which is really in support of our IP phase strategy? With the full support of our Industry Development, Trade and Investment Promotion Group, the Board of Investments, our regional and provincial offices, our department is mandated to help you. But we also need you, local government entities, the business sector, and other line agencies to work with us. Let us make each of our areas attractive and ready for our needed investments. The Cities and Municipalities Competitiveness Index, or CMCI, has different competitive indicators in the area of government efficiency, infrastructure, economic dynamism, resilience, and innovation are not there just to get for LGUs to get a ranking or for LGUs to compete with others, no? But rather for you to benchmark with high-ranking areas with the intent to learn good practices and to track your respective LG's growth and improvement through the years. The indicators themselves point out things that competitive areas should have. Those that will show investors that the respective areas have a clear development direction for which they can also check alignment with their own direction. Your local incentives code, which hopefully will align with the CREATE and the Strategic Investment Priorities Plan for incentives and preferred areas. Your functional local investment board to administer your local investment incentives code and to work with your local sanggunians to pass investment and business-friendly policies, transparent and consistently applied and reasonable rules and regulation, and a dynamic and engaged business sector, whether organized or not. And then if you have areas already identified for specific use or earlier delineated as contained in your land use plan, and if possible, already with on-site development or a clear plan to develop the site to host potential investors, that would be a very, very big plus. And these are not only for those who are luring from outside, but more importantly, to potential investors from within our area and from among existing locators. Because as they say, local residents or existing locators investing or expanding are residents or investors making a vote of confidence in their own areas and is considered another come-on for outside investors. But all the investment promotion to encourage industrialization and innovation for our fishery, agroforestry, mining, and ecotourism areas will come to naught if we cannot come together to work on two things which investors will consider after they make the initial location decision. And this is on the area of cost of doing business and the ease of doing business, which actually is also on the hands of the LGUs. So your commitment to these actions will not only contribute to the success of the Caraga RDP, but will also position ULGUs as key players in the region's economic transformation. While we prepare and work for big things to happen, we cannot afford to set aside the biggest sector of the productive economy, at least in number. And I am referring to the micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSMEs. They also present the biggest resource or source for possible innovation, which may start from a single entrepreneur's idea, a business pitch, or from a direct feedback from their consumers. But when given the appropriate support, can grow into full-blown innovative business model for an actual business venture. Our negosyo centers in the cities and municipalities are the first haven they can go to for help. We therefore appeal to the local government units to continue and, if possible, increase their support for the negosyo centers' continued operations. We are also calling on all sectors to continue to support the Buy Local campaign. A supportive local market can give our MSMEs the confidence to develop their products, innovate, and try to expand their reach. On ensuring equitable prosperity, the Caraga RDP is as much a prosperity plan as it is a poverty reduction plan. The more locals get to participate in productive activities or wealth creation, the more we're sure they get to partake of economic benefits. So as we forge ahead, therefore, let us ensure that the gains from industrialization and innovation that we're aiming for reach every corner of our region and reach every Caraga. Let us empower local communities through skills development, job creation, and fostering entrepreneurship within the IT-free sectors. Again, our success lies in the inclusivity of our growth. Lastly, borrowing from one of our campaigns for investments, both foreign and local, make it happen with Philippines. Let me close by making these calls. Let's make it happen in Butuan City. Let's make it happen in Agusan del Norte, and let's make it happen in the Caraga region. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you, ARD Corvera. Now we will be hearing from the Lead in Agricultural Development, BA Caraga Regional Director, Ricardo Onyate Jr. A round of applause, please.
May buntag sa atong tanan, sa atong RDC Chair, Lord, Dinagat, kay Vice Lord, Judy Amanda Karandaran, kay Mayor Richard City, Vice Mayor and Vice Mayor Kalo Carmen, and kay Mayor Montero, tanang elected officials ng province of Agusan natin, mga municipalities, and sa tanang kaigsunan ko sa buhat sa serbisyo publiko, may buntag sa atong tanan sa academe and sa atong mga partners sa media o mga estudyante sa Caraga region. May buntag sa as reported by PSA Caraga, the region's economy expanded by 5.9% in 2022, with a gross regional domestic product valued at 323.9 billion. However, the agriculture sector remains to be the most vulnerable sector in the region, which exhibited a contraction in its overall production in 2022, which then calls for an improved productivity and resilience against natural hazards sa makarong panahon na baha na tuloy sa tuwa, animal diseases na nagpabili ng ESF ug katong threat sa avian influenza sa atong poultry, and of course kanilang climate change. Now, the part ng Caraga dili ni magbalat sibuyas. And we believe marami pang pagkukulang ang Department of Agriculture. Yun ang labanan na sabi namin under the Agri-Fisheries Modernization Act. It is the governor who is the good czar. Pero the governor, muna si Governor, siguro magulong na sa balik when we talk of food security. Now, paano mabubuo ng probinsya ang kanyang food security program if di siya makikalayon sa matag munisipyo and city within the province? Now, kami sa Department of Agriculture, more than willing to sit down with each and every municipality. Nagawa na po natin sa mga municipalities ng Surigao Sur na let the municipality present their flagship program. Then dalhon po na mo among grupo tanang barter programs na mo, rice, corn, high value, organic livestock, and atong mga kaubanan sa line agency sa agriculture, Pilfida, IFAR, NPA, tanan ECA, to sit down. I-align natin dito sa ating I2V. Yung punto na ang labanan lang yun, how do we reduce the cost of production while increasing the yield per hectare? And kami nagkikipag-alayan ni Nabila sa BDI and DOST and TESDA and sana dito sa DOLE and DSWD. What is doable, yung binabanggit natin na whole of the nation approach natin, willing kami kung yung tupad program and yung sa AX ng DSWD, probably offer namin na sa programa ng tupad and DSWD, ginawa natin sa Surigao del Sur in partnership with the Office of Congressman Momo, and we are doing it now with the Office of Congressman Dale and Congressman Joe Boy. We provide the farm plan, we will provide the seeds, tanim tayo, identified by the LGU, anong lupa ang pwede natin taniman. Then produce of which, ilaban natin sa kadiwa. Now, dili mo na magkadiwa ka, and yet ang atong gibaligya, ikan di ay sa laking area. Murag katawanan kaya na bakikaw. A very complete example in Kitcharao. Pwede doable. Unsa may naa sa Bukidnon, Region 10 and Davao Region, na di nato pwede pagkabuhaton nila. Yung sinasabi nila, yes, when we talk of geographically isolated, disadvantaged area, mo may gwapong hagiton. And tanang mga area niya, naana diya sa atong gitawag na ancestral domain. 3 birds in 1 stone. Atong tirada rin. Number 1, yan yung mga area ng ating mga kaikulang IP. We can give them livelihood program, no, through agriculture. Then, addressing the food security. Kasi yan yung ating mga posible expansion area. A very classic example sa Kabadbaran, ma'am, na ang maganda kong media rin yung ma-update kong city agriculturist. Ma'am, naka-harvest na dito, right? So, pwede ra yun. So it's a matter of partnering, collaborating. On the part sa dinagat, tanang munisipyo dito, nagtanong yung gulay. Simple na lang, kuha na yung tabog meat, produkto from mainland, pasabot, good ng agriculture sa dinagat. Now, the same, ako sa Norte Butuan. Ang mga LGU, balik-balik ko, i-angkor nato sa comprehensive land use plan. The moment magtukod tag poultry baboy, mahimong build-up area, goodbye poultry, goodbye piggery. Na di biya nakbalig na kundi nagamiton, ilukot na nato. Ako, kasi hangyo, sa each and every municipality, asa bagyot kapit ang atong agricultural area. Kaya kami more than willing to sit down with you asang plano sa flagship program akakartadyar na nila together with other government agencies. Ang punto kasi, at the end of the day, kahit anong ganda ng programa ng each and every line agency, if it will not be embraced by the local government units, bisa kung siyang taping na mo mag-isot. It's a given, ordinances of which would emanate from each and every municipality. Mangutana ko karon, tanambang munisipyo na alabay na adap na babay ASF. That's, gano'n lang kasimple. Ako with due respect, yun yung labanan eh. Come to take of it, Butuan, meron tayong itatayong Inspire in Kilometer 7. The same as in Las Nieves, ongoing. In Kabagbaran, salamat kung dako ka mang Judy, kay wagin po atras. Pero ang nakitang area, layo kay ma'am no, problema na po natin ang kuryente. Pero at least, ginawa pa rin ang pala ni Ma'am Judy, waiting kami for that project to be built out. Ay dagang pang kami. So, Buena Vista, ongoing din yung Inspire nila. So on our part, Butuan City, we are in full support sa Agri-Boost na program. When we talk of the Agusan del Norte, yan ang programa na plan, process. Yes, under Agusan Act, we are 100% musuport agad ng agriculture there. Ang amin na lang, kanina nag-usap kami ni Sir Noel, marami kaming projects na hindi kaumba ang objective. That's why mag-collaborate kami with DTI and DUST. So, maraming labanan as identified in the commodity investment plans and national agriculture and fishery modernization and industrialization plan. Both the province of Agusan del Norte and Butuan City has the leverage in commodities such as rice, corn, coconut, cacao, abaca, banana, coffee, mango, cassava, fishes, vegetable, poultry, and livestock. Moreover, there is a need to mobilize large-scale investment. Luoy mangbitaw din sa Caraga. Agianan man na sa produkto coming from Region 12, Zamboanga, Region Davao, Buagi sa Tua. Then, coming from Luzon, Buagi na po sa Tua. And yet, pag mayroon tag-lockdown, sa matong niagianan sa pandemic, ang pangutana, dali pa lang yung di mo pasulod o baboy, di mo pasulod manok. Ang tanong, kung di ka magpasulod, batay produce atong kaubuligon sa Caraga. Come to think of it, ang atong ahok mangani, pagulong, Region 10. That's why pabalik-balik ko, mabungog, punta ko ba ng sigog timpahok. Local feed formulation, ano man dili na ito buhaton. Kung sa may naasasako niya, hindi na ito pwede magtanong sa Caraga. Take note, number 1 ta sa Timog, Pilipinas, when we talk of soybean production. 70% nasa Tago, San Miguel, Agusan del Sur. Pero pwede po diri kapita sa Agusan Norte. That's why we are expanding. And good, may programa karon na Mindanao Inclusive Agri-Development Program. You know why? 52 country areas within Caraga region. Para itawag yung Tangkabilin na potential for expansion. Buhon, Modon, sorry, Vice Mayor Carlo. Ma'am, schedule me, ma'am. Atong ilatag kung sa'yo programa nito. Under the PRDP, Philippine Rural Development Program, madugo ang documentation, but then why need it when we talk of kilometers sa ato ang kataskun sa ato ang kalsada na pwede i-propose. Gawas anak na may other infra component yan. Kanang nagkatawa si Vice Go, ang atong problema, we can really produce. The problem is market. Bangus for one cent, nanobra ang bangus, tama sa yun yung mga labanan. Pero, yung cost naman, yung 70% ng cost of production, padulong sa feeds. That's why, balik-balik yung kanibaw. Don't get me wrong, we will never be ikitang kumpit sa mga dinako. Sa may buwang kumpit sa bimig. Ang tato lang, alternative, ang maghatag ng mga di lang ay sa ilabot ang baboy o iisa pa. May mga farmer, ma'am sir, salamat, may makapinbahog yan. That is the reality on the ground. No, pila kapuig naman na, so karon, kirako na to. And we can create other industries. Sama sa kanang fish meal, kanang janitor fish na peste na sa Agusan Sur. Ato na i-process as fish meal. Alternative ay nagmahal na ng tambal. So, dagang pagkabuhaton, pero kami, on the part of Caraga Region DA, makik-alayon yun ni sa each and every municipality and province and congressional district para malinya na sa atong ipanandoy na paglambo o kausaban sa atong mga fisher folks and farmers. Ang amin lang is to create the atmosphere na mulang po ang tanang stakeholders but not at the expense of mga ginagmay na maguliman nato o atong mga mangisla. IT community, priority po nato na kay given na that's the way na ma-address na itong ikatulong liberty council kasi kami vulnerable when we talk of recruitment sa itong mga kaigsuunan sa kalibutan. So, daming pwedeng gawin. Pero again, kami sa agriculture, lilit ni magbalat sibuyas. Literally, binuang kayo kung itaas ang sibuyas, di ba? Di ba? Kasi yan. Pero, nagtanong naman itong muna dali. Pwede mag-yun doable. So, namin yan karoon expansion. And we're trying to look yung areas sa atong mga country areas for us to be able to develop in partnership with each and every municipality is more than willing to collaborate with the blessing of the governor's quality. So again, di na ko taso what is important, a call for active action. Kami more than willing, again, na makik-alayon sa each and every stakeholders, each and every municipality. Dami pang pwedeng gawin. Ang marching order ng aming Secretary Francisco Chulaurel Jr. is to plant, produce. So yung naman di yun may magpatugap-tugap ng patandong na white lamb market. Si Sir Ahok, nagkaling istorya ko namin niya dito. Magpalaban ko, sir. Now it's about time na ang young farmers na to, encourage na to, para tuloy-tuloy ang labanan for Caraga. And under the RDC chair nato na grabe kadasig kang kuan sa development. Always ang agriculture Caraga. You have my word that we will never stop and we will never falter in advancing the region's agriculture and fisheries sector. But alone, we can only do so much. We need you. Together, let's rise above challenges, forge partnerships, and invest in a future where agriculture does not only feed us, but fuel our region's prosperity. Let's capitalize the transformative power of industrialization and innovation, not just for profit, but for matatag, maginhawa, at panatag na buhay para sa lahat. Daghang salamat all for the future glory of God.
Thank you, Arlie Onyate. So we hope that our industry players and our local government units maximize the programs and strategies presented by our I2K lead agencies in order to better contribute to the RDP's goals.
To seal our commitment, we will now witness our development partners and local stakeholders signify their support and pledge their contribution to the RDP's goals through the commitment wall.
May we now invite our RDC officials and members to lead the signing in the commitment wall on this part of the area. And we also, afterwards, we invite the rest of the participants to follow suit as well. So once you are done, please return to your respective seats. In your program, there's a butterfly that you can pin into the commitment wall. We request the Secretariat to kindly facilitate our participants. Once you're done pinning your butterflies in the commitment wall, you will now return to your respective seat in order for us to proceed to the next part of the program.
Ma'am, butang na inyong mga butterflies dito. Tara. Ha? Ben, asan ba yung ano? delikado ako na. Balibat ako dito. Parang nag-alis ako. Asa na, para benchmark na tayo. Kaya sa ato siya. Kita mo ako dito, pagkuhan ng kalitan. Enjoy po bro. Ito no, palarga.
Roslet, dan kung siya Roslet sa baho ng Tubay. Bato Ronald Torregosa.
Dai. Dai.